On a cold night in 1990, two men walked into a Boston museum and erased $500 million of history. They didn't use high-tech tools or heavy weapons. They used a single fatal glitch in a system designed to never change. This is the story of the Isabella Stewart Gardner heist and why the most valuable frames in the world are still empty today. Isabella Stewart Gardner was a woman who wanted to control the future. She built a museum that looked like a palace and filled it with masterworks from around the world. But she left behind a terrifying rule in her will. If any painting was to be moved, or if the collection was changed, the entire museum would be shut down. Everything would be given to Harvard to be sold off. This rule created a fatal weakness. Because the art could never move, the building became a static target. A thief could walk through the halls in 1924 or 1989, and the most valuable items would be in the exact same spot. While other museums updated their security and moved art to safer rooms, the Gardner was stuck in the past. The staff was small, and the guards were often young musicians who were paid very little. This rigid legacy was the perfect setup for a disaster. The heist began at 1:24 in the morning on St. Patrick's Day. Two men in police uniforms rang the side bell and told the guard they were checking on a disturbance in the courtyard. The guard on duty that day was Rick Abath. He broke museum rules and buzzed them inside. Once they'd entered the foyer, the thieves used a clever trick. They told Abath he looked familiar and that there was a warrant for his arrest. Abath believed them. He stepped out from behind the security desk to show his ID. By doing this, he gave up the only panic button that could call the real police. The thieves quickly handcuffed Abath, and the second guard took them to the basement. They tied them to pipes and used duct tape to cover their eyes. The thieves were now alone in the museum. They did not rush. They stayed for 81 minutes, moving through the dark galleries with total freedom. The thieves went to the second floor and entered the Dutch room. They were not art experts. Instead of taking the frames, they used sharp blades to cut the canvases right out of the wood. They took the concert by Vermeer, which is the most valuable stolen object in the world. They also grabbed Rembrandt's only seascape and several other masterpieces. But the motion sensors recorded a mystery that still haunts the case. The thieves took a painting called Chez Tortoni from the Blue Room on the first floor. Yet, the motion sensors never showed anyone entering that room during the heist. The only footprints recorded in the Blue Room that night belonged to Rick Abath during his patrol before the thieves arrived. Investigators still wonder if the painting was taken by an insider earlier that night, or if the thieves found a way to bypass the heat sensors entirely. It's now 2025, and the frames are still empty. March marks the 35th anniversary of the crime, and the mystery has only grown deeper. Many of the main suspects from the Boston mob are now dead. Even the guard, Rick Abath, passed away in 2024, taking whatever secrets he had to the grave. The museum is currently spending millions of dollars on a massive restoration of the Dutch room. They're clearing the 500-year-old ceiling and the floor tiles, making sure everything is perfect for the day the art returns. A $10 million reward is still offered for information that brings the 13 items back in good condition. The empty frames stay on the walls because of Isabella's will, serving as a ghostly reminder of a single night where the system failed. The Gardner heist shows us that trying to keep something perfect forever can make it vulnerable. Today, the museum remains a beautiful place, but it's a palace with a missing heart. The frames wait in silence, hoping that one day the glitch will be fixed and the masterpieces will come home.